1, 2, 3, 4. Down to the VHS. VHS. Out of the VHS. It's the 18 of my business. Cause I was out of the house and doing stuff. No easy ones by blemishes. And I guess that's the way it goes. Down to the VHS. VHS. Out of the VHS. Got no money, smoking crack, saving up for the BetaLife. Down to the VHS. VHS. Out of the VHS.
Yes.
Oh, welcome to Obscure Tape Time, the show where we watch VHS in their entirety and invite you to suffer along with us.
Yay! Hey, look,
What?
Chris got his account back.
Yeah, that was my fault. I annoyed him because we're watching a tape that he found in one of his thrift shops today.
Okay.
And I'm like, come on, just fix it.
Yay! Welcome back to. Hey, look, he still keeps his sword as well.
Oh, cool.
Which, I didn't
Kashfin.
re-add you as a mod, so it must have remembered
Good.
somehow.
Yeah.
Was it just locked? Did you have to like go through any process, or was it just like sign up again? Anyways, what's been happening?
Oh
Since
no! You asked
last
me instead
week.
of me asking you. Well, my since last episode kind of blends in. So, do you have anything to chat about? I mean, I can put a nonsensical one, and then we can go to you, and then back to me. My nonsensical one. So I haven't been out of the house for a little bit, and as I was driving down the road to here, I was freshly smoked, freshly sexy kissed goodbye, and the sun was beaming on my face. It's been cold. We got our new pants.
We do.
The sun was beaming down on my face. It was warm, and I just kind of relaxed and thought, I really shouldn't be driving right now.
It's not the first time you've come to that realization.
No, it's not. But today was one of those days.
I mean, no.
It was lovely and warm and relaxing. The sun's nice today for it's been cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
What
you
have
know
you been
what?
up to since our last episode?
Doctor's appointments and sickness running through the house and
Yeah.
the usual stuff. I've been playing around in Blender a little bit,
Don't put your hand
doing
in it.
some. I know, doing some 3D modeling, kinda. Well, more like modifying other people's work to fit, the kind of stuff that I want to print.
Mm.
Um,
Well, actually, since last episode, I've had ridiculous amounts of health scares in my certain vicinity, which most people here probably know about. If you don't, it's a little too gory to go into the exact details, but it's kind of made me think that maybe we need to take some focus on our health, right? So it's not really. It's just a segue to the videos. So this is a tape called betalife.com.au. I mean, is that what the tape's called?
I guess
Easy
so.
Ways to Fitness. I don't think that website...
WLP, weight loss program by BetaLife.
Yeah, this is the week one.
Oh,
I
God,
don't
a
think
whole
there's
week.
I don't think there's any other episodes of this tape. This tape was found in a one of those big junk shops. The circus actually found it for us. And so I've also instructed the circus to do a little bit of research. I did some research and found that they've done a few of those, those morning shows where you can just kind of advertise anything that you're doing at the time, and they just want somebody to be on their show. They did a few of those, and they've got a YouTube channel up where they've found their own copies of those that they saved on VHS, and they've uploaded them onto YouTube. And that was like, I don't know, like 10, 15 years ago that they stopped doing stuff, and I can't really find much else about them except for I went into one of them's LinkedIn profiles and saw that, yeah, that's pretty much all they've done is this video. They seem to be like people that have been wealthy and tried to get more wealthy by... We've had these type of people
Yep,
on
yep.
the show before. They're just trying to sell a tape.
Snake oil salesman,
It's
basically.
very snake oily, and the production, I think, you will enjoy. So let's get this out. Just start the tape show, because tape show is where it's at.
Sounds good to me.
They were around long enough to have DVD versions as well. Oh, speaking of around long enough to have DVD versions, what kind of date was the DVD version released? Because the funny thing, this morning you said BetaLife. That sounds like...
So I said something like that would have sounded cool in the 90s.
Exactly, and that the tape is actually copyrighted 2000 to 2004, which means it came out in 2004, and they wanted to cover their ass from 2000.
Well, it could have been filmed in 99, and then
absolutely,
and then like initial versions of it were put out in 2000. So I imagine it was a late 90s start.
But still, they got the
Trying to get
early
trying to get ahead of the new millennium.
VHS instead of switching over to the digital. I also like that it says duration approximately 42 minutes. Like, that's a very specific approximate. And
I mean, without seconds though.
And it's wrong.
Oh, is it?
It's very wrong.
It's like an hour, is it?
No, it's more like 30.
Really?
It's
that
about
short?
It might be close to 40, but not as close to 42 as saying
I was
42.
expecting it to be like longer, and it just like you just watch it and it drags on and on, and then you lose weight while you're watching it because you're not eating while you're watching it. You're focusing on.
Oh, maybe, but it's it's very much one of those we made a video videos, which is kind of
I
second
can appreciate that. I appreciate that kind of effort, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, do we need to rewind?
Oh, I pressed the button. I don't think it needs to. I just like pressing it.
Oh, okay.
Stop. Listen.
Well, that's good timing. I'm gonna have to go restart the washing.
Oh, that's okay. You get to miss out on the
Oh,
warnings.
not the
I'll
warning!
try to read them as quick as I can. The program comprised in this video, cassette, or DVD, is for private home use only. Oh, please read carefully. Information provided in this program is intended to be a guide only. It does not replace medical advice. Any concerns you have about your health and treatment should be discussed with your doctor. Oh, come on! By the way, I heard the word banger come from the other. It's a BetaLife.
Wow. As for this song, yeah, wow is the word. Oh!
Life. This bit.
Feeling good and having the body you deserve is largely dependent on fitness.
I always put on a
Fitness
suit when
is
I go
all
down
about
to the
being in peak
green
physical
screen.
condition. And once you achieve this, you'll be amazed at the difference in your vitality for life.
I will
No doubt
isolate
you're
the song
surprised
separately. It's
how
okay.
the BetaLife approach to
Nice
fitness
crop
will
job,
become
by
an
the way.
enjoyable part of your everyday life. Fitness has 3 components, and they are cardiovascular exercise, strength training, and flexibility of movement.
Right.
Each of these 3 components plays an important part in your well-being. We will cover each of these in more detail in a later session.
A later
Just as you
session.
probably feel guilty
we have a
for
session
eating the
yet?
wrong foods, you
Not
may
really.
also feel guilty for not doing enough exercise.
Yeah,
Well, it is time
lazy.
to leave this guilt behind, just
I'm
as
a
you
bit
will
lazy
for
also.
your favorite foods. To many people, the thought of exercise gets them excited. They are exercise junkies. We'll show you how you can become excited by
Is that some nude
exercise
bouncing?
a little
No.
later. To most people, and probably to you, exercise is a dirty
Slow
word.
motion
We know we should
exercise.
be
A
doing it,
dirty
but
word.
we're not. This guilt can set
Well,
you up for failure
our gym has
every
a shower.
time you embark on a new exercise program. Is your garage littered with exercise equipment
Garage.
that was used once, then sent to the gym junkyard
I
behind
like
the
how the
car?
trampoline
If
box is
this
also
is
there.
you, you are not alone. Most people have the best intentions
Speaking of
doing
garages,
exercise and buy expensive
The first
equipment
couple
because
steps
it
of
makes
trying to get
exercise look like fun.
my garage
Then
ready
you
for
realise that exercise
like
still
a nice
requires work,
couch-based setup
and
for
the
this show
equipment becomes an
has
expensive
begun.
clothes
Oh, nice.
hanger.
We're getting
I
there. We're
want
not
you to get rid
like
of
it's
this
still probably
idea of
months and months and months away.
You can throw
We're
out
getting
no
there.
pain, no gain concept
The
I
cleaning
need
and
to-
stuff.
exercise equipment.
Get on top of
The number one
my
principle when it comes to exercise is that you
Sky.
must enjoy
my
it.
Sky.
Yes, that's right. If you don't enjoy it,
And
don't do
get
it.
the library
I
up
can
and going as well.
guarantee that if you don't enjoy it, you won't be doing it for long anyway.
You need to
Being
find that
pleasantly
like
exhausted
blockbuster
after
carpet.
exercising is normal, but you should also feel an
I can just get
increase
it
in
made these days.
vitality.
Yeah, probably,
You
huh?
feel an energetic tingle all over your body.
An
If you
energetic
feel
tingle.
drained, slow down the pace.
But yes,
Exercise should
for
be
those
giving you
watching,
loads
the
of
couch
energy.
from the early
By
episodes
exercising,
will eventually
your
return.
quality of life should
You still have the
improve
same couch.
as
Oh, it's the
you
same
now have
couch,
the
yeah, it's still sitting
vitality
there.
to
Brilliant.
participate in life.
Participate in life.
Good lord, this is brilliant.
Easy ways to fitness.
So what is exercise?
That looks easy.
Exercise doesn't have to be a workout. It doesn't have to be a run. It doesn't have to be in a gym.
It
And
really does
doesn't
feel
have
like
to
that
be
in a bus
on
drop. You're right.
exercise
It's
equipment. Exercise is any time that your body is
it's
moving.
yeah, infomercial
How
kind of
much
deal.
have you moved around today?
Yeah.
Out of
Just
bed,
before
I'm
the channel
guessing.
shuts off.
Was that the most strenuous activity you've done today? Did you do any cleaning or washing? These are both exercise because you move around and have
White
to lift
writing on a
weight.
mostly white
Did you
background.
walk anywhere
Thing of
or
beauty.
drive anywhere?
So's her
If you
satin
drove
boxes.
somewhere, could you have walked instead? Think about it. How much have you
Think
moved
about
around
it,
today,
won't you?
yesterday, and the day before that?
Probably not enough.
In our modern world, we don't even need to get off the sofa to change a TV channel.
Wow.
Modern-day conveniences
New
mean we
new
don't move around as much,
innovations.
and as a result,
Remember
you
TV
don't get as
channels?
much exercise. Exercise can be many ordinary things in your day.
It's been a
For
long
example, you
time
could take the
since
stairs instead of the escalator
I've really
or
cared to
elevator,
watch one.
park
Ooh,
further away
MTV.
from the entrance to the
Ooh.
shops. Or
They
get
got
off the
the
bus
cable
a couple of
box.
stops before
Oh, the
yours.
football's on.
Sports.
Become aware of your actions and look for opportunities to move your body more.
But I want to be a pirate.
Exercise is not just how much you move around,
Sorry, I recognized
also
the
at the
cartoon, I
speed
think.
at which you do it. Do you have one of those friends who is thin as a rake, can eat anything they want and still not put on weight? Have a
Yeah, my
closer
grandmama.
look at the
I
way
used to be
and the
that.
speed that they move around.
And then I
I bet
wasn't
they move
anymore.
quickly and they're always
We need to move
on
in
the
fast
go.
forward. That's our
Not
problem.
only by doing this
Ah.
exercise, i.e. moving around quickly, they burn more calories than a person who doesn't move around as much. Speed of movement is something that comes easily
You're
to
talking
those who
shit
do
right now,
regular
lady.
Exercise. To
If
put
you
that
just live in
another way,
fast
let's
forward,
do a
it's fine.
test. When I say go, jump out of your chair and run to the door and back.
Do I have to?
Ready,
Ready?
set,
Set.
go.
Yeah, he did it. Yeah.
Now,
I like how they've
quickly
given
did
us
you
time.
Jump out of the chair and run.
Hey,
I'm
not-
Saying
wasn't
speed
back
of
yet.
movement is spontaneity of
She don't
movement.
care. You'll
A
do better
person
next
that
time you watch the
exercises
video.
regularly will have spontaneity of movement. A get up and go. Would you like to be able to jump out of bed in the morning with lots of energy? This requires spontaneity
I'd rather
of movement.
have just enough
Ask
energy to
yourself
get out of
right
bed,
now
and then
if
the
you
rest
have
of the energy comes to me
spontaneity of movement.
gradually. Because if I woke up with
Just
too much
say no to
energy,
that
I would
question.
just
Commit to yourself
I'd be
right
nervous I
now
was gonna
to do
crash.
regular exercise. Say it aloud to yourself right now. I will do
regular
to give me
exercise
get up
to
and
give
go.
me get up and go.
If you
I expect you
needed
said
any
that
more
during a
convincing of the need for spontaneity of movement, let's now examine
Hey, is that an
depression.
Indian elephant?
Depression,
Pretty.
put simply,
Why is it
is
depressed?
not having the will to carry out your desires.
I want to cuddle it.
Not having the will to carry out your desires is the same as not having spontaneity of movement. If you're depressed, you have no get up and go. This can be a vicious cycle, since if you don't have get up and
Speaking
go,
of, I've
then
been
it's
getting a
harder
lot
to
of
make
nice
yourself
compliments
exercise.
along those lines lately.
A study described in the British Medical
People
Journal
saying,
took a group
"What
of
do you mean
depressed
you're in your
people,
40s?"
then divided them into two groups.
Hey,
One
look at
group
this
did 1
chart.
hour of
You can
aerobic
either be
exercise
depressed people
3
and then
times a
do
week
1 hour
over
exercise
9
3 times a week
weeks.
over 9 weeks,
The other
or
group did no
you can be
exercise.
depressed people with no
The
exercise.
study found
The choice is
the group
yours.
that exercised had significantly lower depression
And
scores in
via this
comparison
chart, we
to the
can
other
see
group.
that exercise makes you
Another
feel good
example to
because it
reinforce
says it
this
there.
comes from the Russian space
Wait, we're going to learn
program.
about panspermia now.
Russian cosmonauts
Cool.
were getting depressed in space, and it wasn't just that they missed home. In
No, it's
space,
'cause they were
there is
second
no
to the moon.
gravity, which means there is no muscle resistance. And
They
in a
couldn't find the
confined
dog they
space, the
launched a few months
cosmonauts
ago.
were getting
Oh.
no
Where are you,
exercise.
buddy?
The Russians put the
What's his name
cosmonauts
again?
on an exercise
I don't
program,
remember.
and the depression has since been avoided.
The posture will know.
Depression
He
comes
knows
in many
everything.
different levels, and even the lack of energy to get out of bed in the morning
Lack
can be
of-
seen as a type of depression.
There we go. 8%
The
I
key
knew.
to overcoming
One of those
these
two
types
always
of
knows.
depression is to first remember that regular cardiovascular
You guys are like the smart
exercise
guys.
I like this
will
home footage of a
overcome
person with
To
depression.
help once you have commenced your exercise program, look for differences in your spontaneity of movement.
Like,
As you become aware of this huge benefit, you'll be encouraged to continue with your exercise program.
Man, why would you want to run on
There are
sand?
so many good reasons to start an
Oof.
exercise program.
gets everywhere.
One of those reasons is that exercise helps to prevent many diseases.
Like
Researchers
salmon
found that
shirt
it
disease.
reduces the risk of colon cancer, and that women who don't exercise may have double the risk of developing breast cancer and cancer of the reproductive system. Experts have also found that your chance of developing heart disease is lowered as
Is
it
that
raises
snake
the level of good
vomiting into a
cholesterol in the blood.
chalice? What? That's back. I'm connected again.
Okay.
We still live?
I don't know. Oh. Okay.
Okay. We're not moving though either.
Uh-oh. If I go back here. Uh-oh.
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I was enjoying that tape.
Uh-oh. Well, the microphone's working.
Is it? They can hear us?
Um,
Can you hear me? Okay, I'm moving again.
okay, well, that's a start.
Can we get the
Now,
reintroduce the cam? That's better. It plays and
Both
there we go. We're
mind
good.
and
We just
body
had a
while
computer
increasing
spike.
your
Still
mental
can't hear.
alertness.
But,
that's all right. We're getting
Studies have
somewhere.
shown regular exercises
Okay, I don't think mine's
don't get as stressed by
reconnected, so
frustrating
that's fun.
tasks or harsh criticism. You'll also have a fantastic
oh.
sleep and wake up feeling good. An interesting point to note is that
Oh, look at all these
researchers
images.
have
They're probably
found in a
saying
survey of 500 women who do regular exercise
We can pause
that
it.
nearly 60% report great
Someone pause. It's not like that desyncs it, doesn't it?
It does. Okay, it's on.
Just turn it off and on again.
Off and on again.
I don't know what the fuck just happened. Okay, mine should be back now. I won't know until.
On and connected. There we are.
Alright.
themselves. And
Hey!
another study
Hey!
found that
Hey!
exercises have a
I don't know what
better
the fuck that
effect
was.
than
Actually, I think I have a
non-exercisers.
hunch, but
Really?
Do you
Yeah,
need
I'll-
any more
What's it?
reasons?
La cucaracha?
it's
Right
just
now,
that
I want you to think about what fitness means
hub
to
that I was
you.
talking about.
In your
I need to buy a
workbook,
better
there
one.
is space to answer the following questions.
Workbook. Uh-huh.
Firstly, list what exercise you
So that might not be the last time that
Then
happens.
list the things you enjoy about exercise.
This is the first time we've
Next,
done an episode
list
with
the
this
steps you can
new
take
setup
to
that I've
improve your
put together.
fitness.
I just
Then finally,
I should have known,
ask
and I should have
yourself how
tested
you
it.
can
Maybe we
benefit
shouldn't be
from
running
regular
through the
exercise.
3D printer.
Pause the program and
Why
do
not?
this now.
Do this now!
Do it. This is gonna be the coolest episode ever. There's gonna be the whole frozen part in the middle.
Yeah. It doesn't matter, that makes up for it. Better life!
It is the best worst
When we
song.
think of exercise, we usually don't think
We
of
need to put
walking.
that on the
Yet
vinyl.
walking is an easy
We
way to
get
get
that
fit
done.
for people of all
The
ages
obscure tape
and
time
levels
vinyl.
of fitness. Studies have shown that when done briskly on a regular schedule, it can improve the body's ability to consume oxygen during exertion.
No, not better.
Lowers the resting
Beta.
heart rate, helps burn
Beta.
excess calories, reduces blood pressure, and increases the efficiency of the heart and lungs. An example of walking your way to
What is
fitness
that?
may surprise you concerns a study of postal workers. This study compared the risk of heart disease
Stock
between the
footage.
desk-sitting
Or stock
postal
image in
workers
this case, but
and their colleagues
stock
of walking
footage.
postal
Whip
delivery
up. I
workers.
like it.
Despite the fact that these people lived and worked in the same
This came on a
city
CD
and
with
had
a million
similar
other clip
backgrounds,
arts that I got
the
from
desk
Pirate
sitters
CD
were
place.
3 times more likely to die from heart disease as the walkers. In comparison to running, walking burns approximately the same number of calories.
One thing that always
over the
annoys
same
me about,
distance.
all this kind of
Running
thing
might
is
do
they
it in
never
half the time,
state
but can
specifically
result
what
in
studies
many
they're
injuries
citing.
because of the
So
jarring
you
impact
really
on your body's
can't-
We
joints.
just have to wait till the
In
credits,
addition,
right?
You really can't argue.
Studies have shown walking to have
It's
a
like the
lower
people who are like
dropout rate
local at the
than
moment being
other
like,
forms of
don't build the
exercise. And
rubbish
walkers
incinerator or
report
whatever,
feeling
the trash
better,
incinerator here in
sleeping
this
better,
town, and I'm like,
and an improved
why?
mental outlook.
because it does this and
The
it does
good
this and all these
news
health
is
problems, and I'm
you
like,
probably already have the equipment.
like
You can wear any kind
based
of
on
shoe
what?
that is comfortable.
you
and
can say
provides
that, but if
support.
the only place you found that
Looking for
information
about
is the mums
30
group you're in on
minutes 4
Facebook,
times
then
per
it doesn't
week
really mean
is
much,
a
does
really
it?
good starting place for
I
somebody
feel
who
like
hasn't
people
done
like to
exercise
say
in a while.
studies show before anything they say
This
just to make
brings
them
us to
sound
our
smart.
next
Yeah,
action
exactly.
step. As we have mentioned, walking is a fantastic activity for people of every age and fitness.
Oh right,
level.
that's what you. Yeah, that's
Let's
kind
make
of
it
what I
nice
was
and
thinking. I
easy
said
to
it probably
start
sounded
off
cool in the
with. To
90s.
start to walk for at least 2 hours per week. This can be done all at once when you have the time, maybe on the weekend, or broken up into 2 1-hour walks or 4
Did
half-hour
anybody
walks
recognize
through the
that
week. In the beginning,
Bayside
you
walk,
should
by the
only
way?
walk
What's
to
that?
the level
The
that you
Bayside
feel
walk they were
comfortable.
having, did you recognize
This
it?
means you should
It's
be
local.
pushing yourself
Is it?
beyond your
Yeah,
normal
I wasn't really
walking
paying that
pace,
much attention.
but not
Is it
over
Melbourne
doing it.
local or Geelong?
As you progress,
could be
see
either
if you
fields.
feel comfortable taking it up a notch. We stress, do not push yourself beyond your capacity, but do try to make a difference to your health.
I swear this guy's
Relax,
voice sounds
enjoy,
exactly what he
and
looks
take
like, which is a
pleasure
kid in the business
feeling
suit.
of doing something
Yeah,
good for
you're right.
yourself. It is important to walk the amount that
Or just
suits
like
your level of
someone who
fitness,
attended a lot of
and
seminars and thought,
gradually
I can do
increase
that.
it as your
As he was a
fitness
kid,
improves.
and now he's a kid in the
If you
business
develop
suit.
dizziness, pain,
Yes.
nausea, or any unusual symptoms, slow down or stop. If the problem persists, see your doctor before walking again.
If you started walking
Go
and
now
you
to the
started
workbook
vomiting, maybe
and
you should
write
go
out
to the
this
doctor.
action step in the space
What?
provided.
That'd be
Then
silly.
complete the 5 benefits that you will gain from following this action step, which is, I will walk at least 2 hours in the week. Pause the program and do this now.
Pause the no, just let it run, and we'll just wait for 2 hours while we go for a walk.
Oh, okay. It would be funny to have it set up so that we could do that. Like, just use my phone camera while we go for a walk around the block.
For 2 hours. With
He is
the-
86 years old.
the
There are
BetaLife
obviously many
bumper
different
just
types
playing
of
over and over again.
exercise, but they
BetaLife
all involve
saved
moving
his
around.
life.
The intensity or the amount of effort we need
Hey,
to
look,
put
that's
in
the Endeavour.
is what determines the
Hi,
effectiveness
Endeavour.
of an exercise. For example, you may need to walk
Either that
for
or
an
it's the
hour
Hollywood side.
to get the same benefit as a 10-minute jog,
Sorry,
because
man.
a jog is more intense. Another way of looking at it could be that 1 hour of moving around, cleaning, washing, playing with the kids, or walking to the local shops is the
Riding your
equivalent
scooter
of a
past
10-minute
a
jog.
abandoned cup
They
of
will
coffee.
both burn a similar number of calories. The jog does
Litera.
have different benefits in that it's a cardiovascular exercise, which we will discuss more about in a moment.
As opposed
So
to
we
those
now
cardio
know
non-vascular
that exercise is anything
exercises.
where you move around. And for you to get the continued benefits of
What about
exercise,
jerking
you
off?
must enjoy it.
Does that
There are
count?
2 different types of enjoyment when
If
it
you do it
comes
while
to
you're walking, yeah.
exercise.
Cool.
The first way to enjoy exercise is to do something you love to do.
And if you do that,
Some
you have
of
to
the
walk
best
backwards
forms of
so it's not make a
exercise
mess.
are sports or activities that you simply
Depends on how much you
enjoy
care
doing,
about making
not for
mess.
any possible health benefits. Many people enjoy participating in a team sport, playing tennis, skiing, or bushwalking. These activities
Oh,
are
hey, we've been
great
up that trail. I
exercise,
took you up that
but to
trail on your
someone who
birthday.
enjoys them, they don't even seem like exercise. This is the best
I am
possible
not fit
type
enough
of
to make it all the way up.
The motivation
But we had
to
fun.
do it comes
Yeah.
from the fact that you
It's my
enjoy
last
it.
hurrah.
What types of fitness do you enjoy? Is it a team sport? Is it an individual sport?
Another
or is it
team
hiking in
sport.
the mountains?
What if
Maybe
it's
you like
none of the above?
rollerblading, swimming, or cycling. I want you to go to the workbook and make a list of the top 10 activities you
When he
enjoy.
says the
It
workbook
might
and
be
says
something you
making
haven't
lists, I
done
feel
since
like
you
he
were a
just
kid.
wanted us to buy
Pause the
one in
program,
ourselves.
go to
Not
your
that he's going to
workbook.
supply
No,
it.
it probably
Fill in
did
this
come with
section
one, I
now.
reckon. Alright, top 10.
Yeah.
Moving the mouse,
Yeah.
typing on the
The
keyboard,
second way to enjoy exercise
Playing on a
involves
controller.
a technique that will help you focus on the benefits of exercise. We will show you how to use this technique here today.
Dancing.
This technique
Oh, no.
is a critical factor in making exercise work for you. This would apply to any type of exercise that you wouldn't normally want to do for the sake of doing it. This is also how the fanatics get to the point of loving exercise. If you
Loving
can harness
exercise?
this
Alright,
energy and
attention.
use these simple concepts, then you can make
Yeah, you've
any
piqued
type
my
of
curiosity.
exercise enjoyable, whether it be walking, jogging,
We've got some
aerobics,
loving
going to
massage
the gym,
videos.
or even dragging
That's
out
right,
that
we do,
piece
don't
of
we?
exercise
Should
equipment
I?
from the garage. What this technique will do is shift your motivation
glass,
from long-term goals
gym
to short-term
stuff.
enjoyment. A long-term
That's a pretty
goal
epic
would
effect
be
back
to
then.
lose weight. You
These
go to the
days,
gym and
No, no,
bust
it's
your
just
butt
part of a
trying to
church.
lose weight,
These days
and
it's
if you
just
don't
2
see
button
results
clicks.
immediately, you give up.
Dot net.
This type of focus has no enjoyment because any enjoyment is weeks or months away when you see the inches melt off your hips. There is nothing to keep you going today and no enjoyment for busting your butt on the
Are you
treadmill.
kidding? You get to
So how
stare at
does this
everybody
technique
else.
give you immediate enjoyment from exercise? The technique
I don't know,
uses
I'm
4 focus
distracted by the
points
jet
to
skis.
achieve enjoyment.
That looks more fun than exercise.
They are meaning, monitoring,
Looks more
merging,
fun than a golden
and mind
tie.
state. Let's look at each of them. For each workout to be
High
enjoyable,
five.
it
That
must
was so
have meaning.
forced.
During your workout,
Had no
you
meaning.
must focus on the things that you enjoy today rather than focusing on long-term goals. Think about the benefits of your lung capacity increasing, allowing
I'm
you
glad
to
they're talking
breathe
about the
better and
vascularities.
more pure oxygen. Think of the
Are they going to
strength
talk
you
about
are
a
building.
trial?
That will help burn calories faster. Think of the clarity of mind
Eight
and the peace you feel
Yeah, a
within
trial, that's what I
yourself
said.
during and after a workout. As you perspire, think of the toxins leaving your body, giving you clear and glowing
Toxins?
skin. In addition,
I can
That's
just
a
buy
red flag
crystals for
word.
that.
incorporate the
Exactly.
long-term goals into why you enjoy the exercise today. For example, you may focus on
One day I'm
how
gonna
good
get
it
bitten
feels
by a snake
to
and I'm gonna be like,
exercise
nope.
and how you are creating a stronger body that will allow you to be
What do you mean get rid of the toxins?
An
I'm
important
fine.
thing to mention that's appropriate right now
Anti-venom?
is that when you start
Yeah, Big Pharma
exercising,
wants me to take that.
make
Yeah.
it too hard to begin with. Start out by doing less than you may be capable of and focus on the
Anti-venom.
enjoyment.
Where did you
If
get it
push
from?
too
Did
hard
it come
too
from an
soon,
animal?
the exercise will not be fun and make it less likely that you will continue.
Oh, that was bad.
The second of the 4 M's is monitoring. Monitoring is watching your progress,
4 M's, huh?
setting goals for yourself, and working towards achieving them. Don't set yourself
Puppy.
unrealistic targets. Instead, delight in the fact you walk a little further or lift a little more weight. If you're
I like
running,
how that
you can
puppy
time
is, like,
yourself or measure the
Totally
distance
judging
you
that
ran.
guy.
It is
Like,
like,
come
come
on.
on, dude.
Hurry!
You can drive the
Dude.
same
We can go
path
further than
and read the distance off your car's odometer.
Sweat out the
If you are
toxins,
lifting
plus your
weights,
skin will look
then
better, that's
record the
right.
weight and work towards increasing the
I've
weight.
heard that
Most
snake
gyms
venom
have
can do
cards for
that
members
kind
to
of.
record
What's
details of
that
their
called
progress.
when you do this?
By monitoring
The-
your
the-
Oh, the
performance,
Botox.
you
There you are,
reinforce the
Peter.
meaning that you give to the exercise.
Yeah, Botox.
Merging, the third of the M's, is a way of bringing other
Whoa, look
interests
at the
into your
crop on that
exercise
top.
that give you enjoyment.
The
You
impressive.
might invite a friend to walk with you to make exercise a social experience, or you might take your Walkman along to listen to your
Did
favorite
that say
music.
make or ask?
Another example of merging
Make.
is reading your favorite book or magazine while
Come
on
on,
the
you.
treadmill. Bushwalking
We're going for a
is
walk.
between walking
Fuck off.
and being in
No.
nature. What things
No,
do you
Liz,
enjoy
no.
that you could merge with your exercise? The
course
final
these
of the
business
M's
folks want
is
merging.
mind state. Once you practice the other 3 M's, you achieve a total absorption with exercise.
The
a
puppy
positive
lunch.
mind state. Once you achieve this mind state, you will love to exercise and not want to miss a single session. You will have achieved the
Until you
status
do,
of
and then you're back to square
exercise
one.
fanatic.
That's
Once
what's
you go to
annoying
the
about it.
workbook and
It's
list
like
ways
you can
to
build up the best
incorporate
routine ever,
movement,
the most satisfying
monitoring,
routine ever, and then
merging, and
you get
mind
sick
state
and you miss
into
3
your
days, and
exercise
then
schedule.
it's hard to ever
List
get started
3
again.
ways for each.
Yeah, I haven't been
Pause the
exercising for like a
program,
year and
go to
a
your
half.
workbook
You know what?
And do this
I
now.
still got a sexy body. It's okay.
I don't. Well, I'm on the way.
My body is a garden. And there's a lot of junky plants in it. Full of
There
oils.
are 2 different types
Look at
of
that.
exercise that you could
Oh,
be
gosh.
doing, and they are aerobic and anaerobic exercise. Put simply,
Anaerobic exercise. That's when you do one.
means with oxygen, and anaerobic
You know what the difference
means
between
without
the guy and the
oxygen.
girl in this is?
She's doing
Aerobic
the.
she's
exercise
reading.
Is
Crazy
any
eye thing? Oh,
exercise
okay.
that increases both
Yeah,
your
that's what the
heart
crazy
rate
eye thing is, her
and your
trying to make it look like
consumption
she's
of
not
oxygen.
reading.
In other
Oh,
words,
nice.
Yeah.
it's the exercise that gets you sweaty.
Whereas
and
he
out of
might be
breath.
reading, but like he's
This
just
type
that
of
little bit
exercise
better
is important to work
at
that
masking the
blood
fact that he's
pumping
reading.
system
But I
called the
don't think he's
heart.
reading. I feel like he has
Idea
a
is
bit more
simple.
confidence.
Vascular.
Aerobic exercise will deliver more and better quality nutrients, including oxygen, to all the cells of your body.
Wants to
One
call the
aerobic
number on my
exercise
shirt.
session gets that stuff flowing. So do it regularly, and you'll have a
It's
very healthy
1-800
pump
Halloween.
feeding cells. For full effectiveness, an aerobic exercise session should last at least 20 to 30 minutes.
What is this stock image?
One of the things
So
you'll
zoomed in.
notice after regular
Yeah.
aerobic exercise
They're jumping
is
on the
that you're
trampoline
able
again.
to stay
Dying,
warm
dying.
more easily,
Tell you what, that's one
especially
thing
on
that's
your
really
hands and feet.
fucking exhausting is jumping
That
on a
is
trampoline.
because more and better
And
quality
sometimes
blood
Jax wants me
is
to get on
flowing
his
through your
trampoline with
body.
him, and like
Imagine
we get
what
some
is
football
happening
footage.
when you get the chills in your hands and feet.
that is a terrible
It
kick, mate. Your
probably
form is
means your
disgusting.
body
It was a
is not
banana
getting
kick,
the
it's
No,
nutrients
you
it
don't
needs.
throw the ball
This
up.
could be an
Not even for a
indicator of
banana kick.
other
It's called a
problems
drop
that
punt.
occur
You
because
drop
of
it.
insufficient nutrition to cells.
Throwing
Things
it up
like
does
illness
nothing.
and disease.
Oh,
Aerobic
so it's
not
exercise
local,
by the way. That-
also
that
acts as a
was,
broom
Sydney.
through your
I mean,
system,
it could mostly
not
be
just
stock footage
feeding
anyway, so
nutrients,
Yeah.
but
could be
also
some from Sydney,
removing
some from
waste.
Melbourne, some from
If you
wherever.
haven't flushed out those cells for a while, then there
Banana
could
kick,
be
I
a
think you would want to
big
kick it
buildup
like
of toxins
sort of on an
that you see
angle
as
so that
fat,
it's going to
illness,
spin,
and disease.
so that it curves.
When you
We need
first
that ball
start
that tells us
aerobic
where to do it.
exercise, You might
They
notice
can't-
You
this
might be
toxic
thinking of
fluid
the
coming out of your
drop
body
kick, which
in the
you're not even
form
allowed
of
to do
cold,
that in footy
excess
anymore.
phlegm, or other cleansing
Ooh.
actions.
I don't know why.
Just remember,
Let me look it
is
up.
better
I'm
out
curious
of your
now.
body, and regular aerobic exercise will keep it out.
Heart rate is widely
And
accepted as a
aerobic.
good method for measuring intensity during
As
exercise.
opposed to
Your maximum heart rate is worked out by subtracting your age from 220. So if you are 40 years
Really?
old, your maximum heart rate would be 220
Ooh.
minus 40.
my
which is
maximum heart rate is
180.
180.
This is the absolute maximum rate per minute that
Absolute
your heart
maximum.
should be beating at. The zone
I don't
most
have my watch on
effective
to
for
tell you
weight
what it
loss
is.
at about 60 to 85% of your maximum heart rate. To easily calculate this, aim for a heart rate that is about 180 minus your age.
I don't care
So
how true or not
140
this
beats per
information
minute
is, the
for a
frame just makes it
40-year-old.
annoying.
In this zone,
Yeah, the frame is
your
terrible.
body releases adrenaline.
This is
The
definitely
cells
like
are encouraged
made for
to release the
DVD.
fat into the bloodstream, and it is carried through
I just
the
want to click on
arteries
his
to the
nose and see if
muscles
there's
that
a
are
secret.
exercising,
Because
where it
what
is
they
used
did
as a
was
source of energy.
they compressed
To
it
measure your
instead
heart
of
rate,
like
place the tips of
cutting
your
off the
index
sides.
finger
Or
and
upsized
your
it.
Really,
middle
really,
finger
the
very,
cutoff
very
where it says
gently
weight
on the
loss
neck, slightly to
program,
the side
the
of your
cutoff should be
throat,
right
or
there,
just to the
and
side
so
of
it
your
would more like
abdomen.
compressed
Use
inward.
the hand
But they
that's on
didn't
the
do that.
same
Instead, they
side
just
as
shrunk
the
it
side
down.
of the neck that you are testing. Count the first beat as 0.
So it turns out the drop
and
kick is
time
not
the number of
actually
beats
illegal
for
in
10
AFL. They
seconds.
just phased it out because the drop
Then
punt's better.
multiply that number by 6 to reach your current heart
Is that a
rate.
hand model? Because
If you
those
want to
nails
do
are
away
kind
with
of
the maths, then
nicely
try
shiny.
the talk test. If you can't talk, you are going too hard. If you can sing a song, you aren't pushing hard enough. For those who are
Oh,
out
really?
of shape, try starting off at 50% or less to begin with, then build up to the fat burning zone. You will still feel the effects of a lighter exercise plan.
Anaerobic exercise refers to exercise that builds
Aerobic
muscle
exercise.
without increased consumption of oxygen. This type of exercise includes weightlifting and many types of physical work. Building muscle mass is important for anyone
those
wanting to lose
dot
weight.
matrices. That's from one of those
Muscle
old
does
printers.
weigh more than
It looks
fat,
like it, doesn't
a
it?
good reason to throw away
Yeah.
the scales. Most people are surprised to know the amount of muscle you have will affect your metabolism. We think that our metabolism slow with age, but a major reason why a person's metabolism may slow as they age is because of reduced muscle mass. Muscle is metabolically active, so in
They
simple
thought they
terms,
filmed
that
heaps of
means the more
B-roll for
muscle
this,
you
but they
have,
just didn't.
They ran out.
They had to not only reuse it,
If
but
you
slow
increase your muscle
everything
mass,
down to
you
slow
increase your
motion. She's got a
metabolism,
cornet,
making it easier to
What,
shed
even from the
excess
shop?
kilos.
Yeah, quite.
And the wonderful thing is, people with more muscle mass actually burn more calories even
on,
when
don't
they're
be zooming
sitting
in on the
doing
butts.
nothing. A pound of muscle burns 35 calories a day.
I mean, if
even
she's the
when
one
you don't
zooming
do
in the butts, then
anything.
she can't get in as
In
much fuel, I
contrast, a
suppose.
pound of fat burns only 2 calories a day. Talk about shortcuts to weight loss.
I have to eat a pound of fat to get 2 calories burned? Wait, what did that even mean?
I feel like I missed some context.
Yeah.
One
Oh.
area of fitness that is often overlooked
Yoga.
is flexibility of movement or stretching. Your body is held up by around 650
is that a
muscles
break?
that work together with over
Looks a
200
bit like it.
bones.
We just
We
need a
know
picture
that
of
muscles
bones.
are living and can
I
grow,
got my old
but
X-ray
the
from
same
my
is
birthday.
true of bones. Blood feeds
all
bones,
we've got.
and
It'll
exercise
do.
keeps them healthy. A bone's amazing ability to grow is demonstrated when a bone is broken, and in several
That's okay.
weeks,
Whenever I get
will mend
hired to
itself.
make any kind of
Another
compilation
symptom
video,
of
I
our
always
modern
put Chris's
lifestyle
sister
is
as a
that
fetus
our
in.
muscles and bones do not get
So
the
you should,
movement they
yeah.
were designed for. This results in such problems as osteoporosis
Oh,
and
warrior
arthritis,
pose.
as well as less
Yeah.
recognizable problems such as stress buildup and
Double
lack
warriors.
of coordination. Our bodies
They didn't know
mold
which
to the
shot to
shape
use, and they
we
realized the
in,
one they wanted to
which
use,
for
because
many
that first one
people
wasn't
is
long enough.
sitting,
So they had to
creating
just cut to the
bodies
second
that
one.
are out of alignment, leading to back pain and worse.
Henshin!
Watch a dog and
cat!
cat for a while,
Cat, 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 cat,
and
cat.
you'll
Okay.
see that they stretch regularly. To counteract
cat.
this, we need
Oh,
to
they
stretch
told us to
muscles
watch the
to
cat for a
regain
while.
that
They
lost
didn't put it
movement.
on for a while.
Stretching is also like an internal massage.
That kid's like, what are
as
they
every
doing?
Organ, nerve, and
Filming
gland
a
gets
direct-to-video
exercised.
release thing, they're gonna
Many
charge
popular
$100
forms
for
of
it.
exercise
Sweetie, don't
help
worry
to
about it.
stretch the body, such as Tai Chi and yoga. Attending classes
Yoga.
is a great way of making sure that you get full flexibility of movement. You can also do simple stretching exercises in the
Right,
comfort of your
I
own
guess that
living
makes
room.
sense.
Muscles are one of the areas that we store a lot of tension in. And
That
stretching
does
can
make
help relieve
sense, at least
this.
I suppose.
A good stretching
But
routine should
also,
also
like,
help to lengthen and
I
strengthen
can't
your muscles,
build muscle in my
stimulate your
arms because
organs
my
and
shoulder is so
circulation.
badly fucked.
Muscles benefit from the
And because I've been
increased blood
dealing
flow.
with my ADHD, which
Also
costs a lot of
allows
money,
cells to
I
be
can't really
nourished
afford to go
with
see a
the circulation
physiotherapist
of
as
new
well.
blood into the area. This increases the free flow of oxygen and nutrients
What about
into
using
the
personal
cells,
growth developers?
and
Oh,
assists
yeah.
in the cleaning and disposal of
do that.
EDs
waste
or whatever
from
they-
the cells. This is a vital part of creating a healthy and balanced
I
environment
was
for your
watching the
body.
guy go boogie boarding in the
So
background before.
stretching really is extremely beneficial for our well-being. You'll be assisting your body in maintaining good health, relieving tension,
Someone drove
creating
through here.
long, strengthened limbs, and
They did.
increasing your flexibility.
Maybe it
And
was that
most
magic
importantly,
video guy.
all of this helps you to feel rejuvenated
Wow.
and vibrant, both in your mind and your body. Stretching is essential before and after
Don't lay on the
vigorous exercise.
sand. Oh
You should
man.
concentrate on stretching
where's the
all the
yoga
muscle
mats?
groups that you'll be using during that exercise.
Quick, get your butt off the sand.
The
It's
stretch
hot.
should be held for about 20 seconds at a comfortable position.
He's gone boogie boarding.
Don't stretch to the point that it hurts.
You know, it's a he.
While you hold the
It's
Yeah.
stretch,
just a bit of a black
Yeah.
smudge from here.
deeply from the diaphragm.
Just gender
If you're
everyone
doing the
masculine
stretch
because
correctly,
the
Could
way
be
we were brought
Bigfoot,
up.
Feel
you know,
the
given the
stress and
quality.
tension melting away from that area that you're stretching.
Harry.
A stretch first thing in the morning is a great way to
That's
make your
literally
day
what it
and
is,
will give
Chris.
you
It
that
is literally
much-needed
just like,
burst of
here's
energy.
things that you can like literally
If you were
read
to
in a
spend
fucking
just 10
encyclopedia.
minutes a day doing stretching, it would do amazing things for your health and vitality.
Maybe it's this
The great thing is, it
meant
is
to
easy to
hypnotize us.
find.
Okay, this looks like a different video.
This definitely does not look like.
First thing when you wake up, just before you prepare dinner.
One night in BetaLife.
It only takes 10 minutes. You can do it practically
10 minutes in
anytime.
BetaLife. It only
There are
takes 10 minutes.
1,440
That was the joke?
minutes in a day,
Probably.
960 of which you spend awake. I am
my kind of
yet to find a
exercise.
person who cannot find 10 minutes out of that 1,440 to commit to improving their quality of life. That's right, quality
I'm
of
glad
life.
she only thinks it takes
Because
10
by
minutes to
doing
change your
this,
quality of life.
You are going to feel better,
Suits me fine.
and you're going to have more energy for those other 1,400.
It is true though. Like if you do just do 10 minutes a day, it's
potential
enough.
Payoff is
for, like,
amazing. And the same thing
Minor
goes for the
improvements. It's
entire
more just
BetaLife
like
program.
the cost of this shit
weeks
was
you are
definitely going to
committing
be
to this
higher than the
process
value
will
of
pay
the
off
fucking
for
tech.
you for
Oh,
the rest
this
of
thing.
your life.
Yeah.
A small commitment for a lifetime
It's just week
of
1
benefit
too.
is an
I
offer
know.
that no person could refuse.
What could they have possibly put into
So
week
go
2?
to your workbook now and write out this action step.
Another fucking
And then
workbook.
complete the 5 benefits you will gain from following this action step, which is I will do the 10-minute easy exercise every second day. The best way to do this is to commit to a time you can easily keep and remember.
Tell me to
The
say
easy
it.
way to beat procrastination is to commit to a time to do something. So now, as well as listing your 5 benefits, you can also write out a time that you can commit to doing the 10-minute easy exercise. So if you want, write first thing when I wake up or first thing when I get home from work.
With that pause
Pick
there.
the time that suits you.
Did he just forget to
and commit
breathe?
to it now.
Yeah,
Pause the program and do this now.
do this now.
Yeah, he's thinking real hard about it.
BetaLife. Oh, it's awful.
It is so bad, right?
And they went on all the morning
So when
TV news
should you
things as
exercise?
well.
Did they really?
Yeah, their
Basically,
YouTube has
the
about
best
like
answer is when
6
it
or
feels
7
good for
appearances.
you. Some people prefer first thing in the morning. Some
Awesome.
people after work. However, you should not exercise.
It does feel like the
after
start of
about
one of those
1 to
companies
2
that wants
hours,
to,
depending
like,
on the size of the meal.
Start meal
The
kits.
amount of time
But this is
really
before
depends
meal
on what
kits,
you
so I
eat.
have no
A
idea.
heavy
I have
meal
no
is not
idea
recommended recommended for
what the
about
fucking
2
point
hours
is.
before,
Selling the
as it
video, I
takes
think.
time to digest.
Yeah, but like,
And digestion will consume
to
the
mass produce
energy
enough
that
to
you
make
need for the
profit,
workout.
A, you would need to know
Anything
you were going to sell a
easily
bunch.
digestible, like
B,
fresh
you would have to
vegetables,
make a
can
bunch,
be eaten
which
up to
costs a
15
bunch of
minutes
money.
before a workout, and will actually give you more energy.
And
during
as
your
I said
workout.
before, when I was
Don't
talking
even
about like
think
the
about
border,
energy
the black
bars,
border at the
sugar
top and
snacks,
bottom,
or other
it was
so-called
made for
energy
DVD.
boosters. These are all energy takers.
So,
because they don't give you the sustained
DVDs were
energy
not
boost that
cheap
fruit
to mass
or
produce back then
vegetables will.
either.
Would that make a cool red
It is
t-shirt?
important to drink
Yes.
plenty of fluids while you exercise. To
No
replace
one would
the
understand what
fluids
the fuck
lost
they're
through
looking at,
sweat.
but yes.
Drink 1 to 2 glasses of water at
I like
least
it when
half
my
hour
t-shirts are
before
hard
you
to explain.
exercise. During your workout,
Make
sip
it into a
water
band shirt and
regularly
put
as
tour
you
dates
feel
on the back.
thirsty.
BetaLife.
Don't drink too much water at once during a workout.
The week 1
Sipping
tour.
regularly feels better in your stomach. At the completion of your
That's a little
workout,
too
have
regular.
another 1 to 2 glasses of water. Once you are into your exercise routine, throw away the scales. They are not an accurate reflection of your body weight. When you measure weight, that kilo of fat that you turned into a kilo of muscle might still be there. It is still weighing a kilo, but muscle is more dense than fat, so you look better.
I feel like I
even
shouldn't be
if the
looking at her.
scales are
Like, she doesn't
unchanged.
want me to be looking
One
at
of
her.
the biggest
She wants you to
mistakes
stare
people
into her
make
eyes.
is thinking they don't
I don't
have
think she
the
does.
time to exercise. Fitness should be
It's
an
puppy.
important part of your day. And
It's almost
given
like
the
she's possessed
same
by something,
importance as eating
and it's like,
and
look
sleeping.
into my eyes.
Considering
There is
you
no
only
needle,
take
it's
half
just
an hour per
all-
day, it would take less time than either eating or sleeping. The family can live
Rake your
for half an
leaves.
hour later.
Maybe that's
No!
part of good
Join you in some
exercise.
exercise. You could get up half an hour earlier, or take a walk in your lunch.
I can't get up any earlier than I do.
Really? What time do you get up?
Using the excuse
Most
that you don't have
mornings, I tend to
time
wake up at like
exercise,
3:30.
ask yourself how many
Struggle to get
hours
back
of
to sleep, and that's 'cause
television
that's what time I
you've
get up
watched
for work.
in the last week. Then ask yourself,
Um,
what is more important, your life
About
or
half
the
of
lives of the spoken
season 3 of
characters on
Vampire
television?
Diaries.
My
That's what I've been
answer
watching
would
over
be
the
to
last
live
week.
my own life to the full.
Damn it.
Right now, I want you to work
Enzo's
out
the
a
best.
time
Is that the same
for you
show?
to make available for
Am I thinking of the
regular
right show?
exercise.
Enzo was on
By
it?
planning
I don't know.
regular
No,
exercise
Enzo. Is there not a
by
character called
taking the
Enzo in that
first
show, or is that a
step
different
towards
show?
In a
Talking
similar
about
way,
Triplet.
if you are
No.
hesitating
Oh,
about
the one Tori
course,
watches, which I
prepare
think is
yourself
I think you
Vampire
got
Diaries.
up to
For
like
example,
originals or
you
something.
can
We're
put on
very
your
early.
walking
There's like
shoes
10
and
seasons.
I think he's like the bad guy in
Once
one of the
you are
seasons,
ready
and then he
Yeah,
becomes
we're
a
nowhere
good
near
guy.
up to that.
it
I don't
means you
know.
have taken that important
I haven't actually watched that much. I just
So
every now and then
when
I'd walk
you
in while Tori was midway through an episode.
10-minute easy exercise
Well,
and the
Elijah's
times
cute,
to
so-
take your walk.
I don't think I know who that character
Your
is.
walking
They're
time,
the originals.
list
Probably
if
know
you
if
will
I-
do
if
the
I'd seen
walking
him.
At once or over 2 days or 4 days
Working
a week for half
half
an
a day.
hour. Pause the program and commit to a scheduled
Pause the program
exercise
and
time
talk about
right
vampires. Nosferatu's coming out on Christmas. Woo!
Oh, yeah.
I'm so excited.
Remember,
I'm gonna
if
find
you're
out where it's
unfit,
playing, like on
aged
Boxing Day,
over
perhaps, if I'm not
50,
working.
have a
Will I be
body
working
mass
Boxing Day?
index
Let's find
over
out.
30, are pregnant,
Gotta do it down
or
here.
have given
Whatever.
birth in the last 6 weeks, are suffering from any medical condition or illness.
I will.
Bird.
I will not be
recommend
working
you
on Boxing
consult your
Day.
doctor before
bird just flew into her
undertaking
brain.
any
So-
kind of exercise
Oh, there it
or
goes.
dietary program.
It was actually just a
That
ghost
brings
door.
us to the end of the Easy Ways to Fitness video. If you haven't already,
Yeah.
watch
Oh
the
man, you're
Week
right. It
One
was
program
shorter.
video.
This
Do
is the week
not
This-
be
program.
tempted
What?
to watch forward in the program, but instead
There is nothing.
focus on
What?
the action steps for this week. We look forward to seeing
Weird.
you again next week.
Anyway, yeah.
42 minutes.
I'm hoping it's like Kino or something, so I can just like buy a bunch of tickets and be like, "Hey, everyone, come see Nosferatu with me." I just want to see that movie.
So, yeah. 42 minutes.
Beautiful. I mean, it probably was rough. We'll see. We'll see what time it clicks off.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, if you add the time that we spent when our camera was frozen and stuff,
That would be.
it was
yeah.
probably about accurate.
The tape is.
Maybe it did it. Maybe it did it on purpose. Maybe like it'll purposely make it so that something distracts you for about 3 minutes.
So yeah, crazy blue screens, crazy eyes, a bunch of nonsensical hors d'oeuvres, and and a really dumb soundtrack and a few morning show appearances. I like this tape. I do. Stuff with it. Yeah. So the next video we got today
Another
is
video.
the Australian Guide to Healthy Eating. The video!
Whoa!
Whoa! So I got this tape from Ballarat from a lovely lady that wanted me to back up some of her home tapes and said, you might want this as well.
She was right.
She was right. So I popped it in and had a look at it. We're going to enjoy the tape for sure. But there has to be a little bit of story, show and tell as well. Because when I ripped it, the musical credit said Clive.
Oh yeah.
Clive is the guy who we got video of the guy having sex with the horse in that artsy movie and all those other artsy things, as well as King Pool came from his wife when she went over to the UK.
That's right.
And stole some local drama
King
productions.
Pool for me
VHS.
is like, if we had a Hall of Fame, it would be in it.
So every time we watch something of his, I always chat with him and talk to him about it. He loves telling me about things. I always want to know more than he can give me because all he knows is the music stuff. He's like, oh yeah, that's the time I took my bus and I lost my synthesizer because I forgot to pick it up when I got off the bus. But I don't
lost his sin.
And I'm like, yeah, but what does the movie mean? He's like, I don't know. I didn't direct it. I just did the... So I sent this to... I said to him, hey, I don't think this was in the collection that you gave me, but do you remember anything about Guide to Australian Living or whatever, Healthy Eating? And he said, no, I know nothing about it. So, and he sent me a couple of names to check in the credits for. One of those names was the director of the movie we watched where these two girls were just staring at art on a wall.
I do specifically remember it, yeah.
From the short thing. So he is the cameraman on this. And what he did is he went, hey, Clive, I've got some jobs. Come do some jobs with me. So they were working on this video sound stage where they would make a lot of these instructionals and kind of get them going. And he was hired for a couple of different projects. They did it. He got the videos out, whatever. So Clive's music's on a lot of the Victorian locally produced how-to videos. But he was hired for a completely different job. And this was not one he got paid for. The company thought, since we paid you for one set of music, we own it forever now, and just applied it to other things. And he watched this and said to me, you know what? That doesn't sound good at all. Like, that was for a completely different thing. It doesn't make sense with the show that we're watching. It doesn't feel right. And I guess they just, yeah. So he got ripped off, and he said, thank you for sharing this nostalgia bullshit with me about how things used to work in the day. But yeah. How cool is that for a little story? I just found it and went, hey, Clive, your thing's on this. And he's like, oh, cool. That was me getting ripped off.
We really need to look into doing that.
I'll watch along with Clive.
Like, just a watch along sideshow where every now and then we just, like,
oh, yeah,
sit
definitely
down with somebody and watch something. And...
yeah, steel tape time watch alongs. Absolutely.
Yeah, like a non-live thing.
Absolutely.
As we talked about.
That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
Boop. So let's learn how to go shopping for food.
Cool.
Healthy food.
Completely irrelevant now because
Tastes so
food
good.
prices are so different.
Well,
Man,
not just that, like most of the scientific dietary learnings and evidence
right.
is completely
This
changed.
is from the fat is bad era, right?
Probably. You know,
yeah, 98. Yeah.
98. So it's, they keep going. Fat is bad. Fat is
Until
terrible
eventually
for
it was
you.
just like, oh, actually, it's sugar that's bad for you.
And they found out that it's sugar.
Well,
that's
they
bad.
always knew.
And instead of actually telling us not to eat those fats, they cut around it and said, you know what's good for you? Not beef, but lean beef. It's like,
Yeah,
well,
of
what?
course.
Well, that's not even a real thing. That's just you cutting off the bits. Yeah.
Oh,
by the
look
way,
at that warning font.
yeah, check out
Oh,
the font.
beautiful.
Fantastic. You know, it's
I would
good.
expect to see that as like the title of a skate video or something.
Yeah. Skating with healthy eating. Oh, don't bring up the microwave cooking, please. Ugh. Let's cook our full chicken in that thing.
Come on, microwave cooking is great.
This program was wholly funded.
Holy Jesus!
I didn't know wholly was a different word with it.
Oh man, that clicking sound. Oh, look at the old cheese. It's actual cheezels. I was eating those this morning. Hey, cheezels are healthy.
Ow, ow, ow.
What?
Find food.
What's that search engine?
Web matches 1. There's 11 million.
That's a lot.
A recent survey conducted by the Australian Bureau of Statistics revealed that 45% of
Stop
Australian
with the
men
modem.
and 29% of
No.
Australian women are overweight, with an
This is
additional
pretty goddamn
18%
incredible.
of men and women
Wait until we get the
classified
other
as
beat.
obese. The prevalence of overweight and obesity in Australia,
Boop, 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 boop.
as in much of the world, is increasing.
And when Australia, we mean
Another
the world.
survey, 1 in 5 Australian adults, or 2.8
They're all the
million
same Australian
thought
adult.
that they had a cardiovascular condition such as hypertension, heart disease, or stroke.
Stop ringing!
Only
They're just trying to
2 out
connect
of
to the
3
internet, bro.
19 to 24
With their
year
microwave?
olds had eaten any fruit during the day before
Look
the
at this
survey
legend
was
go.
conducted.
There's an apple, eat it!
Ah.
Deep
And
fry it.
while Australians are eating more vegetables than they used to, they
They're still cooking their
don't eat
pies.
enough to make
3
up a healthy
pies.
diet.
Yeah. When I was a teenager, I could eat like 3 or 4
Ever
pies.
increasing
Did you ever buy a
range of
family
options
pie and just
when
have it
it
for
comes to
lunch?
food.
No, because it wasn't
Decisions
enough. I'd
about
want like
what
4
we eat are
fucking
becoming more
4
and
and
more
20s or something.
complex. So many
2
factors
family
can
pies with
influence
cheese
our
in between.
choices.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
There's the kinds of foods
Would,
available
not now,
at your
but-
local supermarket or shop. There's the amount of money we have.
I love this dramatic recreations. I don't know how much that was, it just had a head on it. Awful discount, $1. That sounds
and
awful.
access to transport.
Oh, plastic bags.
Oh,
What is
The
this?
amount of time available to shop for, prepare and cook food. Our
I wonder what this
cultural and
music was
family
actually
background,
for.
Milky pie, milky pie.
Our personal likes and dislikes.
I mean, I can ask Clive.
there are
if he even
values,
remembers.
attitudes and beliefs about food and eating.
Yes, yes it is.
Advertising
Ew,
campaigns
good sauce.
and food
Bob
promotion.
Squash.
Hey, some
And then
McStars.
there's knowledge about food and nutrition.
Oh, god damn it. I have to say, I did watch this without any of the video, like the sound playing when I was watching it. I didn't realize this was
Oh,
playing.
it's playing this exact same thing again.
Yeah. Legumes. I'm gonna have to get back to Clive and go, I actually watched it this time, and did you put the modem sounds in this music? And he'll
Yeah.
be like, yes. I'm like, fuck you.
The Australian
terrible
Guide to
idea.
Healthy Eating is a
cool
food
back then.
selection guide.
Bet it wasn't.
converts scientific
Choose
knowledge of
these,
nutritional requirements and food composition into a
Scientific
practical
knowledge
guide
backed
for
by
everyday
big
food
whatever.
choices.
Backed by Cadbury.
During the 90s, it was dairy industry backing everything. Then,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
true.
The Australian Guide
Very
to Healthy
good.
Eating has been designed
those
to
ads.
replace the 5 food group system,
Yeah,
which was
bunch.
developed about 50 years ago.
Ooh,
and
Zach
whose main
Brigton
focus has been
Stanley.
to help Australians choose a diet that would prevent nutritional deficiencies. This guide, however, has really been designed to counteract problems of overconsumption rather than nutritional deficiencies. In Australia
Consumption?
today, we're consuming too much fat, not enough fibre, and we
Too
have a
much
very
fat.
high incidence of obesity, heart disease, certain cancers and diabetes. So this new
Diabetes?
system
Sugar and
is really
sweeteners.
enabling Australians to make wiser selections to try and counteract some of these diseases of our modern lifestyle.
Enjoying a
blood tested
variety
not
of
long
foods
back
every
and,
day
oh my gosh, my
means
blood areas
eating
are
from
good now.
all of the 5 food groups
Amazing.
pictured in the guide.
I went from having
It's not
blockages to
necessary,
being
however, to
completely
eat from
clear.
each food group
Good.
at every meal.
Fantastic. Did he
If
just
you
put
eat
lettuce
from
and
each of the
salami
food
on his
groups every day,
banana
we
the
cereal?
amounts recommended, you should get enough of all the nutrients
There's the
essential
salami and
for good
lettuce.
health.
Put it in the sandwich.
It's also important to eat a variety of foods from within each group, because within
No,
each
just
group,
potatoes.
some foods provide
We all know we
more
can
of some
survive on
nutrients
potatoes,
than
right?
others. For
You can
example,
do anything with
yellow
potatoes.
vegetables,
Can't
such
do
as carrots
like
and
absolutely
pumpkin,
everything with a
contain
carrot.
much more vitamin A than potatoes. Also,
Pumpkin's also
eating a
nicer.
variety of foods of different biological
I like the
origin
sweet
is
potatoes.
believed to be
Yeah,
beneficial
I
to
prefer
health.
pumpkin, I think.
For
I
example,
never used to. I used to
dietary
hate it
fiber from
a
oats
lot.
causes a modest reduction
I
in
suppose
blood
maybe you found the
cholesterol
right type
level,
of pumpkins.
which will
Oh,
help
those
prevent
breeds
heart
taste different.
disease.
I guess so.
While the dietary fiber
I like
found in
oats a
wheat
lot as
foods
well.
helps prevent constipation and improves gut functioning.
Oh, not again.
He definitely put it in there.
Yeah. Gonna whinge at him.
Each segment of the circle represents the recommended proportion of the daily diet that each food group should provide. For example, vegetables and legumes should provide about 30% of the diet. Fruit, about 10%, and so on.
And so on.
Foods are grouped together on the basis of their nutrient similarity. So the bread
One of
and
these days,
cereals
I'm just
group
gonna stop eating
contains
bread
foods that
altogether.
tend to be high
The-
in
the new
carbohydrate,
Things
iron,
say bread,
and
cereals,
fiber.
rice, pasta, noodles, but it
While
has a
milk,
minus against
yogurt, and cheese
anything
group
overly
contains
processed like
dairy products which are high in calcium
yeah, they
and
don't
protein.
count.
However, in addition to their main nutrients,
I don't eat
foods
white bread
often
ever.
contain significant levels of other nutrients.
Like to
Fruits, for
remove
example, contain not
bread
only
in general.
vitamins,
I like how
which are
pineapple
their
comes in
main
both the tin
distinguishing
and
nutrient,
this thing.
but also carbohydrates,
Tasty too.
fiber, and folate.
Heck yeah. Gotta love me
This
them
is another
pineapples.
reason why it's good to eat a variety of foods within each food group. The more different types of food you eat, the more of these secondary nutrients
Put it all
you'll
on a
pick up.
pizza. Or everything burrito.
Foods in this group come from grains like wheat, oats,
I like how I'm
rice, and
barely
corn.
batting an eye at the fact
Grains
that it's
can be
taking a
eaten
while to
whole,
load.
ground into flour to make foods like
I
bread,
mean, that's just
pasta, and noodles.
it's just how it
or
is,
made
right?
into ready-to-eat breakfast cereals. The nutrients provided by the
Aussie
foods in this
kids.
group include carbohydrates, which should be our main source of energy, iron, and thiamine. This
it?
group is also an important
Thiamine?
source of protein,
Love
which
to
is
get me some
essential to
thiamine in
produce
my
body
belly.
tissue.
Always.
Riboflavin, niacin, and folate, as well as fiber.
Oh, thiamine. I
which
said
help remove
thiamine.
waste products from
What?
the body. Wholemeal or whole grain
Being
varieties retain
silly.
more fiber, vitamins, and
It's
minerals
there, right.
than highly refined
Carbonated.
varieties. While some foods in this
Non-carbonated.
group
The white
actually
stuff.
have these nutrients.
Yikes! Oh, Jenny's tips. Bring them back. That's actually fast
Instead
loading
of
for the
choosing all
time.
your foods from this group as bread and breakfast cereal, you could try rice, pasta and noodles, as they contain less salt. For variety,
And then
choose toasted
you
muffins,
salt up your
crisp bread,
water to cook 'em,
rice
right?
cakes, pikelets, or
I mean,
crumpets
yeah, you're
as a
supposed
tasty
to.
snack.
I am in the
Fruit bread, plain bread and
70s
toast,
at
with
hand.
low-fat spreads like Vegemite, Marmite, honey or jam.
Still love
or
that
just a thin
Morrissey
spread of margarine
style cover.
Make a
That was
filling,
fantastic.
healthy snack.
Yeah, where's the Vegemite food group?
It's in all the food groups.
Vegetables come
It's the
from
one
many
thing you
different
can just
parts
live
of
on.
plants,
Also, how
That's
come
Australia.
the calcium
Roots,
food group
flowers,
only has the
stems,
animal
seeds,
product?
and shoots. Some foods like
Because
tomatoes,
they didn't
which are
know.
Because
actually
dairy
fruit
good.
of the plant,
They did know.
are
It was
included
dairy
in this
good.
group
No, they didn't
because they're
know.
generally
I have the
used as
dairy good
vegetables.
ads.
No,
They got
no.
Merv Hughes
They,
They're
they didn't
fantastic.
know,
Included
and
with
so drink
vegetables
milk.
in salads.
Merv Hughes did 2 ads that I found so
Legumes
far.
are
One was
seeds
dairy
of
good,
the
the other one
plants
was about
from the
him waking up in
Leguminosae
someone's
family.
bed because they drank too much Palm
Vegetables
Life.
and legumes
Whoops.
are good sources of vitamins, minerals, dietary
It happens.
fiber, and
Yeah.
carbohydrates.
Every now and then, Merv Hughes just appears after a
Green
night out.
vegetables,
Can't get
dried
rid of him the
peas,
next day.
beans,
Yeah.
and lentils are good sources of folate, which is important in
Folate?
the production of red blood cells.
You don't need that
and
anymore.
therefore
They put it
especially
in a- no, that's
important for
fluoride.
pregnant women, whose blood volume increases during pregnancy.
People were
Studies
so
have indicated
paranoid
that
about
a
that.
diet which
They
includes
still are.
vegetables
Yeah,
rich
aren't
in
they?
vitamins A and C, together with vegetables from the cruciferous
Nick
family,
Foley.
like broccoli,
Yeah, that's right.
cauliflower, cabbage, and Brussels sprouts, can help to prevent
That's
certain
why he was
types of
bleeding
cancer.
so much.
Eat some vegetables raw or slightly cooked for maximum nutrition. You'll
called
find
blanching.
that children often prefer
thanks.
raw vegetables, but be careful. Children under 4 years old shouldn't be given hard raw vegetables, as they may cause choking. You can use canned or frozen vegetables as an alternative to fresh. They're easily stored, nutritious, often cheaper, quick and easy to prepare, and are also available in some remote communities where fresh veggies are often hard to come by.
Sure, Mark. Your best choices for folate would be either some fresh
Fruit
cactus
forms
or
from the
some jackfruit.
flower and contains the seeds of the plant.
Act.
Fruit is a good source of
Or some jackfruit.
vitamins, including
I don't like
vitamin
very
C. It also provides carbohydrates in the form of natural sugars and fibre, especially in the edible skins, as well as folate. Juices also belong to the fruit group, but they have a much lower fibre content than fresh fruit. Dried fruit is high in sugar, so if eaten frequently or in large quantities, it can contribute to dental decay.
No more or less than just sucking on gobstoppers or whatever. Eating all the sour worms.
Yeah, but fruits are
convenience,
nice.
use canned fruit as
I've
a
been buzzing off
nutritious
fruits
replacement
for
fresh fruit,
Winter's shakes.
especially those varieties
I don't
which you
eat it,
can do
but
natural juice
she likes the sweet
or
stuff.
without added sugar. Choose the right-sized fruit for different age groups.
I think most of
Smaller-sized
my
fruit is often cheaper
dietary
and
intake
it's
is
easier for
onions.
small children to eat. But be
a
careful,
lot of onions.
as with vegetables, hard
Onions
raw
are
fruit
tasty,
shouldn't be given to children
and you
under
can
4
cook 'em
years
into
of age,
anything.
as it may cause
Yeah.
choking. To keep your fibre
Although I have
intake
been
up,
playing hide the
choose
zucchini
fruit
lately.
more often than juice.
Grandma's been growing zucchinis.
And eat
Oh.
the skin.
Gotta just hide them in things.
That's another that you can hide that stuff. Like some stuff is just like there's just the right amount of flavor that you can hide it in things very easily.
Oh, zucchinis are really good to just
Yogurt and
chuck in
firm
the
cheeses are
fridge
the
with some
three
sauce on it and
important
absorbs
foods
it,
in
and
this
just
group.
fry it up and
They
put it
come
in
in
this
many
like,
different
extra
varieties
slices of things.
and are excellent sources of calcium. In fact, very few other foods common to the Australian diet are such good sources of this
Nothing else has
important
calcium.
nutrient. Calcium is important for bones and is also involved in nerve and muscle function.
Skeletons?
For example, every time you blink your eyes, calcium is used. These foods are also good sources of protein, riboflavin, and vitamin B12.
Riboflavin flavored.
Milk, yogurt, and firm cheeses can increase the fat content of the diet if the
Peter
full
Russell
cream
Clark.
products are used.
Where's the
For
fucking
most
cheese?
people, 5 years and over,
Yours.
the best choices are low-fat milk, yogurt, and cheese. Low-fat diets are generally not suitable for children under 5 years of age, so full cream varieties are recommended for them. Also, some people with special needs, including the frail, elderly, and people who may need to regain
They
weight
need
after
all the
illness,
cheese.
will benefit from the full cream choices.
We will all die, 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 die.
If you don't like drinking milk
Oh,
or
baby
eating yogurt
bits.
and cheese, try adding milk to soups, casseroles, and sauces. Use
There's a
yogurt
cow.
in curries and in dips, and you can add cheese to pancakes, omelettes, pasta, and
What?
vegetable dishes.
Cheesy
Soft
pancakes?
cheeses like cottage cheese and ricotta do add variety to a low-fat diet, but they cannot be counted
They
as
are dwelling
supplements
for the
in
cheese
this
bit.
group because they are
Cheese
low
is
in
great.
calcium.
Yeah. But it
If
was
you
like
don't
a
eat any
small
foods
slice.
from this group, try foods which contain the same amount of calcium as a
Like-
sample serve of milk, yogurt, or cheese.
Like what?
For example, 1 cup
Oh
of soy
wow,
milk
they are saying it.
contains at least 250 milligrams of added calcium.
Mm.
The same amount of calcium.
We can just
can be
add
found in
calcium to
5
things?
sardines, or half a cup of pig's
Sardines?
fat with bones.
No thanks.
Pick the wagon wheel! Pick the wagon wheel!
There's a wide variety of foods in this group. It consists of all kinds of meat, poultry, fish, eggs, legumes, nuts, and nut paste such as peanut butter, and some seeds.
Ooh,
such as
savings crunchy
sunflower
peanut butter.
and
Hell
sesame
yeah.
seeds.
I
The
remember
foods
the
in
old
this group
savings
are a
brand.
good source of protein, iron, zinc, niacin, and vitamin B12. Legumes are included
Can we have
because,
more
in addition to
reenactments of
sharing
shopping
many
for things?
similarities with
Or
vegetables,
like,
they're
you know,
also an
him
excellent source of
realizing he's made a
protein
mistake
and
some
iron.
more.
Red meats are particularly good sources of iron and zinc.
I want to see what he
The
made
iron
out of
in
that
meats
$1
is
waffle.
more easily absorbed by the body.
So I kind of
than
imagine him
iron
just
in
eating it on
vegetable
the couch
foods.
out of the bag.
However,
Yeah, I know, right?
these abilities
He seems like that
absorb
kind of
the
guy.
iron from plant foods will be enhanced if vitamin C, found in fruit
Oh,
and
look,
vegetables,
they separated
is
the
eaten
male
at the
peas
same
from those
time.
ones.
To get enough iron, you need to eat red meat
They
3
put a
to
K
4
on it.
times
Is it
per
meant to have a
week.
K?
Otherwise, high iron
You
replacement
trim
foods,
lamb.
such as eggs, shellfish, or green leafy vegetables
about
will be
Wegs?
required. Females, athletes and vegetarians are at high risk of iron deficiency and need to pay special attention to their iron intake.
My God, I kept
Additionally,
telling that so
iron
much more iron
supplements
is
will often be
high sound.
recommended by
Then
the
actually had to
doctor
stop
or
her
midwife
pills
during
because her
pregnancy.
iron was getting too high.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's enough stuff in what we eat, all the crap junk food that we have. It's all like infused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meat can be high in saturated fat, which is the worst kind of fat for our health. But there are a number of things we can do to
Worst
keep our
kind?
fat intake to a minimum
Yeah.
while still having the serves of meat that we need. We can choose
Exactly.
lean
I put
meats.
lentils in everything. I like
Trim
red
the fat
ones.
from meat and the skin
Give it to
from
your dog.
poultry before cooking. Eat sausages
to
and
wash your
processed
hands.
meats
Did you
only
hear that
occasionally,
sound?
as they
It's
are
not
high
nice.
in fat.
Always cut your sausages in half
If you are
and see what's
vegetarian,
inside.
you still have to make sure that you get enough of the nutrients usually
I like how the
provided
sausage
by
cutting
this
had
group.
nothing to do with anything,
There are a
and then she
number of
went,
things
if
you
you're a
can do to
vegetarian.
Make sure that this happens. Firstly, choose your serves from this group as legumes,
Sausage cut.
seeds, and nuts to make sure that you get enough protein and
Oh,
iron in
no.
your diet.
Actually, I'm a bit disturbed why she didn't
Read the
explain why
labels
she
on
cut the
breakfast
sausage.
cereal packets and choose the cereals that have
She was
added
only going
iron.
to eat half the sausage, but she wanted to take up the full bun.
Don't
Oh,
use
I
cheese
like
as a regular meat replacement
Fair
because it
enough.
is low in iron.
I don't know.
Try
I was
lentils
just making
instead.
it up.
Yeah, I like it though.
Oh, razor blades inside the sausages.
Must be Halloween again.
About 65% of the
Whoa,
human
look at his
body
one.
There he
made
is.
up of water. It's vital for many bodily
Hold on,
processes,
is that soup red or
including
green?
the transport of nutrients to the cells through the blood and the regulation of body
You'll never
temperature.
know. Well, it wouldn't be red, or else his face would be.
For good
Alright.
health, adults generally
That's
need
what
to
happens
drink
when you
at
use red
least 8
screens.
glasses of water a day. During
1, 2,
demanding
3,
physical
4, 5,
activity
6.
and hot weather, more water will be needed. All fluids, other than alcoholic drinks, contribute to the daily water requirement. Alcohol is
Coca-Cola
not
it is.
included because
not
it
included,
actually
which means you can
causes
have
the
as
body
much as
to
you want.
lose fluid.
Oh, okay, never mind.
We're going to go down to the junk food now.
Junk food.
Good stuff.
Biscuits, cakes,
Biscuits.
pastries, crisps, chocolates, and soft drinks, and alcohol.
Oh, it's a Dr.
do not
Pepper, you
fit
missed
into
it.
the 5 food groups.
This is Australian. and They
They're
have
not
Dr.
essential.
Pepper.
Yeah, because in the 90s and early 2000s we had
Oh, that's
Dr.
right.
Pepper
I used to
here.
buy them and get the 3
Very briefly.
lids to get a free one. And then you could use that lid as one of your 3.
These foods are likely to
Top up
contribute
on my
large
printer.
amounts of energy. If all of this energy is not needed immediately by the body,
Go up,
it can be
please.
stored as fat. However, these foods can add to the enjoyment of eating a healthy
No,
diet.
not going to go up enough.
People who are very active or growing rapidly can eat more of them than people who are inactive or trying to lose weight. Margarine and oil also fit into this group of foods, which should only be eaten sometimes or in small amounts. It's also important to note that margarines and oils contain different types of fats, which affect health in different ways.
Such as.
Polyunsaturated fats are found in high levels in plant sources, such as sunflower and soybean oils, while monounsaturated fats are found in high levels in peanut and canola oils. When these fats, known together as the unsaturated
I mean, yeah, as an
fats,
actor
are included
getting
in a
this job.
generally low-fat diet,
Fantastic.
they can actually have the
Pig
positive
out on
health
Tim Tams
benefit
and make
of
yourself
lowering
throw up on the
cholesterol levels in the
merry-go-round.
blood. Consumption of saturated fats found in animal
I could do that.
products
I mean, I
such as
couldn't, but
butter,
I could do that.
lard, and dripping
Consumption
can
again.
increase the risk of heart
Hey, wick
disease.
dripping. I remember
We
that.
should
Grandma used to
avoid
put
them
it on
when
her
we
bread.
can.
We had to buy. We had to
Similarly,
buy her
alcoholic
specifically
drinks are not
fancy
essential
duck
to
fat
provide
just
the
so she could have
nutrients the
something
body
similar because they
needs.
didn't sell wick anymore.
They should only be consumed
Yeah, was it
sometimes
taken off
in
because it
small
turned out it
amounts
was killing
or
people?
not at
Yeah,
all.
yeah. She
And of
wants
course, alcohol is not
I mean,
recommended for children, pregnant,
me too.
or breastfeeding women.
I'll have some of that stuff then.
that. And some lard on toast.
Yeah, why not?
Bacon lard on toast was her favorite.
And look, I can't join her on the ox tongue.
Blend them together to make
I don't think
You
I
didn't
can.
mind it when I made it into a curry, but yeah, it's kind of stinky.
Bananas,
I think that's what it is. I think the smell is just too
apples,
much for me.
and mandarins are easy to
I
carry
can't get
snack
past
food.
it. So even while I'm eating it, if it
Summer,
tastes
enjoy
alright.
fruits such as banana and grapes as a
2
delicious
liters Dr. Pepper
frozen
with a lot.
snack. Use carrot and celery sticks as a crunchy snack. When
I
you're
can
very
still
hungry,
drink that
but you
much.
just need
I
a
like
mix.
soda.
As long as it's sugar free.
Yeah, I mean, I
So
probably
what
could
might a
with
diet
full sugar. I
based
just
on the
wouldn't.
Australian Guide to Healthy Eating actually look like? Well, that depends.
But I do drink
Because
enough
not
water.
only are there many different ways of achieving a healthy
Yay,
diet,
shopping
but different people have
reenactments.
different dietary requirements. A 4-year-old child clearly has different needs to a
Grab
70-year-old. So in planning a healthy diet, the first thing to do
We're
is
all the
work
same.
out the particular needs of the individual. For example, the individual might be a fairly active 24-year-old male. Males between 19 and
Nice
60
freeze
years of age will generally
They
need
did that on
between
purpose to make
9,000
him look
and
silly.
13,700 kilojoules of energy per day.
Time for a class
depending on
action suit for
lifestyle,
everybody involved
body
in this.
size, and age.
Absolutely, 100% super
As
proud
we're
of the
looking at a
reactions and
male of
reaction shots.
average build, with a fairly active lifestyle who is quite young, his energy needs are likely to be towards the upper end of the range, say 12,000 kilojoules per day. The Australian Guide to Healthy Eating consumer booklet provides
I don't think
tables
that's
which
got anything
suggest
to do
how
with
many
his diet.
serves
That's just
from
him
each
being
of the
gross.
food groups
Yeah.
should be eaten
Can
to
you
make
blame
up
him,
a
though?
balanced, healthy diet.
Do something
The
interesting
amount
so we can
and
film
type
it.
of food needed varies with age and sex, and during pregnancy.
Oh, he's
and
definitely.
breastfeeding.
How much sex? He's
As
definitely
Bob's
trying
energy
to,
needs are towards
like,
the upper end of his
make
age
the
and
crew
gender
laugh.
category. He should
So
consume
overacting that
towards the
sort of
upper end
So
of
if we
the
have more
suggested
sex,
number
does that
of
mean we have
serves
to
for
have
this category.
different serves of...
For example, if
foods?
the suggested
I mean,
serves
possibly,
for
'cause that would mean you're a
vegetables
more
and
active
legumes
person.
group are 6
Right.
to 8. He should probably eat
Unless you're one of those
8
people who
serves
just
a
lays
day
there.
from this group.
It's not
The
efficient.
guide provides 2 different suggested eating patterns to achieve a healthy diet. One pattern, shown in the orange rows in the consumer guide, is based on eating a lot of bread, cereal, rice, pasta, and noodles. The other
Noodles.
pattern, shown in the blue rows, involves eating more from the other food groups. Rob will eat more from all the groups, choosing a diet
Really?
based on the serves
Yeah.
shown in the blue row.
Alright, now what are we clicking on?
Options.
Oh,
The
Preferences.
average intake of
Quit.
Australian men from the bread, cereals, rice, pasta and noodles group is only 3 serves per day. However, Rob's intake should be about 7 serves per day.
Oh,
So
they're
he could
rookie
eat a bowl
numbers.
of
You gotta build
cereal
them
and
up,
2
Rob.
slices of toast for breakfast, 2
Be
whole
better,
grain
mate.
rolls for lunch,
2
a
whole
sandwich
grains.
for afternoon tea,
Sandwich for a
and
snack.
2 cups of cooked rice for dinner.
I like
The
how they
average
said
intake
tea
from
is
the
an
vegetables
afternoon
and
thing. And then
legumes group is 4 serves per day. However, Rob should be eating 7 serves per day.
So
from
what
this
else
group.
do we need to
He
eat?
could include.
He was like, I don't want to eat
his
that
lunch
much.
rolls, a cup of salad in his afternoon tea sandwich, and 4 serves.
that's a lot of food,
vegetables
isn't
for
it?
his dinner.
It's like,
Way a lot. So
am I right
Aussie
in
male's
thinking
average
that's a bit
intake of fruit,
more food than
only
you probably
1.6
need?
I know I've got a
serves per
cut-out
day.
stomach, but
Rob should eat
seriously
4
only really
serves
eat
per day
about
I
from
don't
this
have
one
a-
sandwich a day.
He could have.
I don't have a
pasteurised cereal,
cutout stomach, and that
apple
sounds
for
way too
morning
much
tea,
to me.
a glass of orange juice with
Why-
lunch.
why is he having
and a
so
fruit
many
salad for
meals?
dessert.
Because that's the guide
And
to
the
healthy
average intake
eating.
from
It's
the
going to
group
help
that has
boost
to be
up the
really-
economy so that
just
we all
2
go to the
serves per
supermarket,
day.
buy more food,
Rob
and then they
should be
can
having
scan our
4 serves per
barcodes,
day from
and
this
then we'll
group.
be, our souls will
1
belong
serve
to the
could come
devil.
from the
Can we live
half
off the
cup of
land
milk
instead?
cereal, 1 serve made up of cheese with his lunch roll, and another with a yogurt with lunch. The 4th serve could come from a chocolate milk after dinner. The average
What?
intake from the meat, fish, poultry, eggs, nuts and legumes group is 2.2 serves per day, which is a little too
I
much.
do know somebody like
Rob
that.
should eat about 1.5 serves per day from this group. Half a serve might come from some lean beef in the lunch bread roll, and 1 serve could come from chicken served with dinner. And the average intake of
I
Australian
need
men
one more
from the
clue
extra
to see if
group,
I can remind my
6
brain of what
serves per
guy
day.
this...
About
Mind
2
your brain.
serves can come from this group.
Oh, yeah, Dylan.
So Rob
Lewis?
might consume half a serve from 2 biscuits. eaten
Oh
with morning tea,
yeah, that
half a
guy.
serve
He's got a bit of a
margarine
Dylan Lewis
spread
about
on
him.
Sandwiches,
Thanks for the word
and 1
host. That's
serve
what got
from
me
a
there.
chocolate milk drunk after dinner. 8 glasses of water
It looks
should
like-
be consumed.
You know, if they
These could come from
mix
orange
that guy's
juice with
DNA with like
breakfast,
Ben Lee.
milk served with breakfast cereal.
Cigarettes will
a
kill
cup
you.
of
That's
tea
the
or
other
morning
video
tea,
that goes with this
a
one.
glass
Guide
of
to Healthy
milk with
Living, and then
lunch,
the cigarettes will kill
and a
you.
cup of coffee
Yeah,
with
yeah.
afternoon tea.
Dylan
A
just
glass of
recently
water before
posted
dinner.
him listening to
Nip
one
the
of Kate
water
Bush's
with dinner.
albums, talking about how
And
Kate
after
Bush is
dinner,
one of his favorite
chocolate
artists
milk.
because she's really punk, and then got a
This
T-shirt made
winds
up by a
with
local
how
tattoo
one
artist
day's
of
diet,
her looking like a punk
based
with
on
all
the
tattoos and
principles of the
cigarettes and
Australian
stuff.
Guide to
Oh yeah, I
Healthy
want
Eating
that
might look.
shirt, but it only comes in white. I'm
However,
like, I
it's
want it on
important
black.
that the diet is varied.
I'd wear it because I wear
Eating the
white.
same thing
Yeah,
every
I'll get you
day
one then.
would risk missing out on particular nutrients. Also, there are many ways
Need to get you
put
a Hounds
together
of
a
Love
healthy
LP
diet
as well.
using different foods from each of the 5 food groups.
Also, the guide can be adapted to the particular needs of a number of different groups. For example, a traditional Chinese diet would not include dairy products, but would include soy-based products. If these soy-based products are fortified with calcium, they'll serve as a good
But you don't want to
replacement
do that
food for
because
this
then you
group.
run the risk of becoming a soy boy. And have you seen those guys' Instagram accounts? They're all like ripped and shit. You don't want to go near them.
The Australian Guide to Healthy Eating is a much more contemporary approach
Probably
to
because
giving
they're all
nutrition
personal
advice.
growth, whatever.
It's more reflective of
Oh,
the typical
yeah,
foods
probably.
Australians eat today. It takes into account our multiculturalism. It also takes into account the fact that we eat more processed foods today than we used to. It allows for the introduction of indulgence foods.
Just
that
wait
help
until
keep
we can
pleasure in
download
our
our
diet.
foods, huh?
And it encourages people to enjoy a variety
You
of
got the
foods
plastic printer,
every
you just
day.
need the Tim
And
Tam
if people
printer.
do
I know, I'm
choose
not
from each
Tim
of the
Tam
5
printer, I just
food
want
groups
burrito.
every
Can't
day,
burrito
they'll be
printer.
not only
You
getting
can't.
the
There's nowhere that does
essential
Mexican
nutrients
around here that I can
for
get
health,
like ordered to my
but they'll
door.
hopefully be helping themselves prevent the onset
Maybe I
of
should just
diseases
bring
that
you
are
Frito
associated
next
with our affluent
episode.
society. So this food guide should really make a difference to the health and well-being of all Australians, both today and in the future.
Because that's where we'll be spending the rest of our lives.
Future events such as these will affect you in the future.
Visit the Healthy Australian Guide to Dyslexia.
Right.
Sorry. Australasia. Special thanks to Rod Rees and Sue Valleys. Valleys is the couple that there you go, Adrian Valleys. That did the looking at art thing. And there's Clive! Hey Clive! Woo! Thanks for being a friend, Clive.
He's probably like super stoked that someone's taking interest in his work.
No, he does. He loves it whenever I contact him. It's great.
He seemed like a genuinely nice guy.
Makes a filling and healthy snack.
Oh, blooper reel?
No, just the one flipper. Makes filling and healthy snack. Next.
Old toast.
I think it was really interesting and cool that the 2 random videos that I picked for the last of our little 3-part series of Getting Better, it just turned out to be both really entertaining, as opposed to like last week's mental
They were amusing.
health ones where it was just a guy talking to a camera. We thought they'd be amusing because it had John Cleese, but these were amusing.
Yes, these 2 were definitely far better than the John Cleese video,
Yeah.
which is not something you would think you would say.
The cool thing about this is I could probably annoy Clive to get that track with the modems, and we could like remix it and stuff. That'd be fun.
That would be cool.
Actually, we got good music on both the tapes because we want to save that BetaLife. So.
Oh yeah, that was brilliant. That one will be going on the Obscure Tape Time vinyl for sure.
Yeah. Well, it seems like it's lunchtime. What are we going to talk about on the way out? The modem sound's going to be in your head for a while.
Good. It needs to be. You need to remember. Remember the struggles
Boom.
of the 90s and the early aughts.
Dialing up, kicking the plug when you're not winning at Red Alert.
That's right.
Yeah.
Age memories for me, but you know,
You know,
same deal.
gonna get some legume serves. Don't know what I'm having today.
I don't
I
think
made-
I'm going to have lunch
I made
because
souvlaki sauce.
I think I overate
Oh,
breakfast.
over 8. That's better than an after 8. It's just minty.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a bit flustered. I don't know what to do. How do we finish episodes again?
Usually I wait for you to kind of get flustered a little bit, and then we say, well, that's enough. We can press the button now. I don't need to advertise anything.
Push the button, Frank.
Yeah, we usually say that. Or either that, or I talk about what I've been doing and cutting up videos. I found some John Farnham.
Johnny.
A concert they did. That the person who did it made a mixtape, so they cut out all the bits in between. But apparently, it was from a Hey Hey It's Saturday special.
Oh.
And the only existence I found of was somebody else uploading one of the songs, but I have that song, but it's in the Hey Hey It's Saturday credits, and it's the same recording, and then it's the copyright said that it's from this other concert, and I clicked on it, and it's the same recording. So I've got 4 songs that were previously unfound of this thing. As far as I know, the whole episode might be somewhere, but I couldn't find it.
It's going to be archived somewhere. But
Somewhere,
whether or not it
it's publicly
is
archived.
going, yeah, whether or not it's going to get.
So yeah,
publicly
it's
ever.
John Farnham, absolutely 100% cheesing it up, miming to these songs on Hey Hey It's Saturday, wearing a denim trench coat, and I kind of want a
Ooh, a
black version
denim
of his denim trench coat. And during the what's that song? You're the Voice. During the
yeah.
Year of the Voice, somebody comes on with like really racist red beard and a kilt
Fuck yeah.
and playing the bagpipes. And yeah, it's kind of silly. So that's going to come out probably in September because I've got stuff queued up, at least 4 videos a day until September.
Fucking hell.
I've been going through. I'm trying to clear off my hard drive.
Yeah,
I've
no,
been
fair
playing
enough.
with some of the old AFL stuff that I've uploaded a long time ago, and cutting those up as well. So I'm just clearing off the hard drive
Good
so I can
old footy.
start ripping some more fun new stuff. But yeah, found a bunch of ads from 1980 something.
80s ads are the best ads.
Yeah, a lot of cool stuff. So go check out the machine. Stay up to date. Watch 4 ads a day.
Yeah.
If something else comes out. Anyway, other than that, what do you got going on? Anything you want to talk about? You started streaming the other day. Some spooky games.
Spooky games was pretty fun. Might do
Something
it
that you
again.
grabbed or from the creator?
Something I grabbed.
Got some
Single
stuff
player
from
one.
the creator we should check out.
Yeah, I've just so many spooky games now. It's hard for me to even remember which ones I bought. And
It
which
seems
ones,
like they've accumulated towards my creator because I'm a spooky guy. So
I mean, it
we're
makes
getting
sense.
a bunch of them, the really bad ones, for free.
Look, I'll play them all.
Yeah.
Good, bad, in
So
between.
tune into this channel for some more of that when you get bothered.
Yeah, I mean, I want the one I played last week. I want to keep playing it because it was like awesome. It was unique compared to the rest of them. So
I was playing Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. Did you see that?
I did not.
Yeah, they remastered it, and I got told to play it because they're doing a release on the Switch.
Cool.
I liked it. I thought it was kind of cute. I'd never actually watched anyone play it before. I just saw the meme of it everywhere. Didn't know
Yeah.
what it was about, and it's fun. I like it. So, all good. All right, cool. We can butt now if you like.
All right,
That's
well-
enough bands.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah. See you next episode.
Let me think. Is next week going to be an episode?
Probably not, but I'm not allowed to say yes or no yet. But
Well, I think it might be a no for me anyway.
Oh, that's all right.
Let me
But that's okay. Who cares about
let me,
days?
let
and
me
weeks?
just
It's
quickly have a squiz.
See you next episode.
Yeah, no episode next week.
That's fine. See you next episode.
Yes, next
That's-
episode. It'll be my birthday. Although just after my birthday.
Tune in next time to avoid late fees. We're the ones stocking up all these late fees.
I know, it's bad, isn't it?